Hey, everybody. What if I told you I could cure your insomnia like that, just like that? Tell me what movie that is in the comments, by the way. So, I'm Dr. Bergina. I'm a double board certified psychiatrist as well as a lifestyle medicine provider. And today I am functioning in the psychiatry role. So, we're talking about sleepless nights and how TMS can target the conditions behind it. Yes, we all know that TMS can treat depression. You only need one medicine that didn't work for you to be eligible to use this device, this TMS device right here. That's right behind me. Yeah, that. To be able to use that for depression. You can use it for OCD. You can use it for anxiety, for PTSD, all of the different conditions that can cause insomnia. But did you know we can use this device to treat insomnia itself? Yes, usually FDA approved for things like depression, OCD. That's wonderful. That's correct. But you could come into this office and you could get treatment using this device and a variety of other devices, but mainly this device is what I would recommend, the Magstim device. You could use this device specifically to treat insomnia, right? And predominantly, we're using it along with the treatment for the primary condition, but some folks will come in and they've got insomnia or chronic insomnia, and it's not necessarily related to a condition that TMS normally treats. A person could come in with primary insomnia and get TMS treatment. What's the pivotal thing? Stick with me for a moment and I will tell you. Skip to the end. No, I will not. We're going to go through this whole process because I think sometimes people get a little scared. They think about TMS and they're like, oh my gosh, TMS, it's so bad. It's so scary. No, it's not. What happens is you come into an office kind of like this. You sit down in a little chair like that, which is actually quite comfortable, by the way. You sit in this chair. This company gets chairs from Italy, apparently. I remember looking on the side and be like, "Ooh, this is Italian leather. Very nice, very comfortable." But that's a whole different conversation. But that's what Magstim chose. So very nice. Like top of the line. I was kind of surprised when I saw some other TMS devices, and we have multiple devices, but this is a device that we use specifically for things that other devices don't do so well at, because this is actually a research machine. So it was built to be able to do literally everything that you could possibly think of with a TMS device. You sit in the chair. We actually will put one of these little devices on your forehead. Doo-doo-doo. And that's because when you sit in this chair and you're across from this device here, E.T. come home, E.T. or Wally, you comment below. But E.T. or Wally here is going to look at you, look at this device. It's going to see you, and it's basically going to recognize where you are in space. We're then going to take this device, place it against the nasion right here, the tip of your nose, place it against this side of your ear, your tragus right here, and then right here. All of these cute little spheres are going to get calculated in space. The computer system here, this lovely little CPU down here, is going to then, after I register all of these things, the nasion, the left ear, the right ear, is going to reproduce an image on the screen of your brain. And then there's this fancy term, neuronavigation. That basically means it figures out where the internal elements of your brain are based on these 3D elements and the external positioning from the outside. It's going to reproduce a picture of your brain on that screen, right? Nobody's in the chair right now, so you're not going to see all that, but picture of your brain goes up on this empty space. And then I can see, it actually draws out a picture and I can see where your nose is and where the internal structures of your brain are. And then basically, I set these little patches up against your hand. In this case, for this device, we usually start with the right hand, but then it's going to allow us to emit a magnetic pulse. This is the same technology. I'm saying this slowly for those who have said, oh, that's shock therapy. No, it's not. It's a magnetic coil. This is called a figure 8 coil because it looks like a figure 8. See, Instagram people, there's a figure 8 coil right here. There's a coil that goes in here. It's on the inside of that. I don't know if you can hear that hum. That's because there's a fan on the inside and it's cooling the coil down because there's a magnetic coil in here. A magnetic pulse is going to come from this device And we're going to actually place this device on the side of the head. Normally, if you're getting treatment for depression, goes on the left side of the head. When we're treating specifically for insomnia, not depression and you got insomnia with the depression, but you're coming in and you're like, I can't sleep and I'm really struggling, I would place this on the right side of the head. The goal is the prefrontal cortex, the executive functioning area. We're trying to calm the area of the brain that usually is hyper aroused and makes it hard for you to sleep. For treating depression, we start with the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, this area right here. When we're treating insomnia, we're going for this side. We're going for the right. Okay, dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, but the right side, not the left. Okay, that's very important. Depression, left, 85, 95, 90% of people, we target the left. But for insomnia, we go to the right. Go to the right. Okay, go to the right if we're treating insomnia. We then make sure that the machine, and here you go. This is actually a pain protocol, so ignore this part of the screen. Just look at this little part right here that's got this pretty blue. I'm trying to get my Instagram people on here. This pretty blue right here. What's going to happen is once that device is placed on the side of your head, I will press this little button. If I press it now, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to tell me, like, what are you trying to do? If I press this button right now, do you hear that tick, tick? Do you hear the tick, tick? It's actually emitting a pulse here. I can feel it on my hand. I don't think you can see it, but I can feel the pressure on my hand. Very, very safe. Notice I'm not keeling over. I'm not falling out. I'm not doing anything weird. And it's counting down over 18 minutes. It's just sending a pulse. Right now, it's just sending a pulse into air because nobody's sitting there. But if I was trying to treat insomnia on the right side, which side? Right side, I would feel that pulse right here. It is turning that, well, it isn't doing it. Your brain's doing it. This magnetic pulse taps here on the side of the brain. And that magnetic pulse, the energy is neither created or destroyed. It's just there and translated from one form or the other. The magnetic energy gets translated or transformed into electrical energy in your brain because your brain, the nervous system, it functions through electrical symptoms. So electrical signals, which is why it's not electrical shock therapy because 2 reasons. One, this isn't an electrical shock. It's magnet. Like TMS and MRI are on the exact same, they're the same technology. Whereas this sends a pulse that translates into an electrical signal and changes the brain, causes new neurons to grow, causes neuronal changes to happen. The MRI is sending a signal and that's bouncing back and emitting a signal, which you kind of see on the MRI device as information about your body, which is why you can see light or dark or a mass if there's a mass in the brain, God forbid. A mass in any other part of the body. I care about the brain, but any other part of the body, right? But hear that tick-tocking and that clicking, that's all that's happening. Now, if you were doing sleep protocol, it would be much faster. Like I said, we're getting ready to treat somebody for chronic pain. Another reason you can use TMS. But notice, that's it. Not scary, you don't have seizures unless there's something wrong, right? It's not causing a seizure. That's why it's not electroconvulsive therapy. ECT creates a seizure, and that's how you get better. This, we're not creating a seizure. We're just translating magnetic pulses into electrical pulses. And the chance of that creating a seizure is like 1 in 10,000. It's really, 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 really low. And if we think that there's a chance you're going to have that, guess what? We don't let you have the treatment, right? It's a contraindication to the treatment or a relative contraindication to the treatment. And we vet people to make sure that they're not going to be at increased risk of seizure. So I'm going to pause it. It will continue to go if I want it to, but I just pause it because I don't want to keep hearing the ticking in the background. All right. So that is TMS in a nutshell, not just for sleep insomnia, but I'm showing you this for insomnia because I wanted you to understand how it was a little different. And since I happen to be here at the TMS office, I wanted you to get to see like everything in all of its glory. Yay. You see it? So Dr. Amir and I were talking. Dr. Amir is one of our lifestyle medicine physicians, and he is also our consummate information technology person and does all the engineering things. This is his favorite machine. Out of the 3 that we have, this is also my favorite because you can do so many things. Yes, we're talking about insomnia right now, but you can use this exact same machine, change the protocol. As you can see here, this is a pain protocol. Masquerading as an OCD treatment protocol, but that's a different conversation. It's because the pain protocol is very similar in terms of the target to the OCD. But yes, you can treat depression, insomnia, OCD, chronic pain, symptoms of autism. You have to change the area. We've already talked about that, but symptoms of autism, traumatic brain injury, and cognitive difficulties related to dementia. We can use this device to treat some of those areas. And for some people, we can also use it for PTSD. We just have to, we vet the person, we make sure that they're appropriate and that this device and the machine can treat them. We have 2 other machines in this particular office. There's a NeuroStar and a BrainsWay, but NeuroStar and BrainsWay pretty much are for depression and OCD, and some forms of addiction. The BrainsWay can be used for smoking cessation and other forms of dependence. This device, all those things that I just mentioned that we treat, when we're treating those things, this is the device we're treating them on. Okay. So congratulations. You got to meet our Magstim. She's very nice. I think she's a she. She's a she now. But you got to meet our Magstim. And hopefully if you have a concern, a question, you want to know more about TMS, please put it in the comments because I love answering questions. And if you're interested in getting treatment, if you're on Instagram, you will actually see the link to the insurance validator, but I'll give you it now. It's bit.ly/I for insurance and then the word validator all together. You don't leave a space, but insurance validator. You can go there. Obviously, you can go to our website, theledlifellc.com. And if you're specifically interested in TMS, fastest way, honestly, to get a part of our treatment group is to go to tmswithledlife.com, right? tmswithledlife.com. And there's like a little request consultation button. If you go there, that is the absolute fastest way to get in contact with us and get somebody to call you and get you starting to work with us. But I wanted to give you all of the options, and that way it makes it easier for you to live your life and to be insomnia free. Okay. Well, you guys have a very blessed day on purpose, and I hope that the rest of your week goes very, very well. Take care. Bye-bye.